Hey, hello YouTube. I'm gonna be doing a video to show you guys Master Yi Jungle. Why? Because normally whenever I play jungle, people do, and then I get autofilled and get a lane, people do not know how to jungle. So I'll be teaching them basic. If you want to gank a lot, you're gonna need a lot of early game damage. Obviously, AD runes. Attack speed is for late game if you want to play. It depends on the enemy team composition too. And this is my build that I've been using that's been working really well. 8 attack speed, 6 armors for a little bit of early game. It does you don't need armors and it doesn't make a difference once it hits late game, but it hits a lot. So you can survive and finish your jungle early game. And the small slight attacks will help you clear your jungle faster, and then the damage helps you with your early game gameplay. But then what I tried for this 7.17 patch that works for me is 80 runes. And why am I running Thunderlord on Master Yi? Well, further early game, you're not gonna land a lot of hits because the enemy most likely will flash away. And Thunderlords, well, you can just Q, pocket, and then you'll automatically hit. So you can do auto, Q, auto, and as soon as you land your Q, it's gonna do an auto. So you're gonna strike your Thunderlord, which is gonna do 20 to 40% of your max AD, and then you're stacking AD, and then the build that I find that works is Crit Yi, and basically I just rush Blood Razor, rush my Infinity Edge. Do not go for Zeal, just start building my Infinity Edge. As soon as I get my Blood Razor, that's my first power spike. As soon as I get my Infinity Edge, I will go on a ganking spree. And I will show you guys my jungle clearing path. You can either take refillable potions or potions, it doesn't matter, but I prefer refillable potions because when you're back, you get more potions. And then in higher elo, I always take. Oh fuck! I fucked up. I always ping here that I'm going there, then ping assist to see if my laners will help me. Normally, if my laner doesn't help me, I'll just either start blue because I want to have the fastest jungle clear. And then let's fast forward it for a little bit. Shit, forgot which one was it. Where was the fast forward? Minions have spawned. And normally when I counter jungle, I normally take enemy red. You either ward this. Oh my god, I'm doing so bad. And then go towards the shuttle crab, which is gone. As soon as I get this, I normally get. You can look at top. Normally, top is the one with the less ESP, because the turn right here is longer, so normally they're level 1 still when you hit level 2, and I would gank at this moment. But then if the opponent's like right here, don't gank, because then they're. And then mid usually hits level 3 very early, so it'll be kind of hard to gank. Oh, fuck. I kind of messed up right there. I meant to hold my W for the whole duration, but accidentally pressed it. I don't even think I can clear this one. And right now would be a good turn I'm back. Like I said, you're rushing crit E and you're trying to gank as much as possible. Getting Chilling Smite. Why do I get Chilling Smite instead of what was it called? Skirmisher? Because I want the extra damage. Basically, whenever I use this on a player, I deal true damage to them and steal their movement speed, which is really, really good for ganking. And I always have a very, very efficient jungle plasm. Normally this would be stolen if you took the spot. You could probably get away with doing this in lower elo. If you do this in lower elo, most player doesn't know what to do and they normally lose very hard if this happens. And also use your smite. Like you want to clear as fast as possible and get as much CS as possible. And you also use your alpha to dodge like an auto from like mobs and stuff. So my attack speed is very low because I want all 80 wins. And normally I would back, but then and every time you do a full clear like this, you can always check the lanes to see how your laner is doing. This is obviously just A. And also, if you see like the enemy junglers like right here, right now would be a good time to go. Like if they were to clear normally, this would be gone, and then Wolf and Grumple will be spawning. If you see the enemy jungler up here, go straight to his Wolf and steal it. Because there's more of them, you'll get more ESP, basically. And CS4. You know, ward here, this probably would not be spawning right now if it was, so it won't be there if you're doing normal jungling. And it would be a good time to not waste any time and just back and then buy this item. You're trying to clear your jungle as fast. More attack speed will help because you took 80 runes, which this will make you clear jungle very, very fast early game. And is mostly the only AD item, well, attack speed item, I mean, that you'll need early game, pretty much. As soon as you get a Blood Razor, rush your Infinity Edge. And as soon as you hit level 6, you can get Dragon. Oh fuck, I missed it. Don't misclick in a game like how I'm doing. You're gonna end up dying a lot and failing a lot of games. And if you ever come here and this is still here, don't hit it. Because then you can either steal red like this. Normally this would be gone though. If you came out the same path as I did, stealing, because the opponent most likely will try to get that armor because you invaded earlier, and then that jungle camp will be spawning right about now. Most likely. And you can steal the chicken basically. The chicken gives more ESP than the wolves because they're so bunch. And they make you get shitload of CS now. Although they kill you like fuck. I messed up again. Nah, that'd be a good turn it back. This is, I built this so there's a lot of tanks. Now, what kind of... Normally there would be ganking involved, but because I made this... And I'll just show you the path I would take. Either go straight for here. Try this. Sometimes your lane will be naturally pushed towards here. I need to probably gank. And like how I did that, you can use your W to auto reset a pure camp instead of using the Q and jungle camp. And I normally try to max Q first because I'm trying to get the most damage onto the enemy as possible. And also it helps me clear my jungle camp really faster. I normally kill the big wolf first because he does the most damage. You could probably riff right now. More battles than go for it. As soon as you hit level 6, you can get Dragon too. Oh, fuck. And you can grab. Normally I want to get Vork, but then get BF Sword or Pickaxe.
The focused mind can pierce through stone.
Oh. They buffed the Yi freaking Alpha. I thought I did like 80% of the damage or something.
In me, Wuju lives on.
She did this full ED. I fucked that. I was meant to auto check. How the fuck did snipe this? And normally I will try to invade to see if there's something to steal. In the next video I will show an actual match, how to fly over. And why don't we send you so you can just alpha to dodge up. And around 15-minute mark it'll be a good time to do this. I shouldn't go backwards. It's a good time to do basically Riff. You can do blue clear and then get Riff or just rush Riff. I prefer the clear because you're already there. Always go off blue because it's near. I probably won't need an alpha right there. I normally try to see if they warded Riff. Normally people don't ward Riff, but I do. Whenever you time your alpha, right, you can dodge. Or you can do this. W who's freaking attack. Or you can do what I did earlier and just Q has freaking attack. And I've been just AFK farming because there's no gank, but then normally and then the gank was successful. You will want to get the tower. And you see how I riff? Don't spam me. Get to at least their tier 2. Get their tier 2 tower down. They get to their second tower or tier 2 basically. Tower down. Get to their second tower. Actually, I don't have so normally I have the top laner, the TP's about. I probably would have died in this Silver match. No, I do not buy boot because I will sell it late game if the game gets late. And you don't really need boots for the build I'm building because you will one shot like almost everybody because 40% of your max AD damage is bonus damage with this build. You have Thunderlords. And then if you go inside a bush, you do 3% of their max HP as damage. And you want to hold Rift for as long as you can. 90% of people, they spam it for really bad reason, and they end up losing the Rift for no reason. Like, if I was to attack right here, you'll probably have like 5 man coming at you. If that was the case, the best idea would not be running towards here. Run towards here where the enemy does not have vision. You can either try here, but I don't know. 90% of the time to avoid this. You can probably go around like this. Hopefully, pray to God that they didn't ward that. And use the rift from here. That way they don't see you using the rift. And he'll headbutt that tower. Enemies will be coming towards you with us when you run. I'm just showing it now. I don't recommend ever backing here or here. Because if I was an enemy player, I would be checking these two stupid bushes. Right here, bad too. I would just keep running, pray that Bishop Blast can't hit my stuff out. Run towards. Don't ever back right here. Too many people face check it. And then if you are. Oh. Normally, at this situation, if you really get this, just rush back. Your team should be here. And you can. And now I have to talk to the basement with bundling and what you do. You should always go for dragon. And as soon as you hit the levels, the task time, unless you're a game jungler, which you can probably get that at level 4. I don't recommend at level 3 unless one of your teammates want to help you get dragon, but most of the time people are selfish and they won't help you. And then if you get dragon at level 3 and die, you're gonna lose the game. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Oh. I didn't even know I can get honor points for playing. Okay. The next video will be for the actual match showing what I just explained. But basically, let me give a summary of what I showed you. Why do I build this build? Power Spike. This helps. Why do I build Blood Rager? Obviously, I need some attack speed because I know attack speed whatsoever. Your basic attack will deal 4% of the target maximum HP, which means if you are are attacking tanks, you can still kill them. If you just straight up rush your Infinity Edge, which I noticed whenever I did, I do not deal enough damage towards tank because they'll build Tabby or Thornmail. 90% of the time they don't build that right off the bat, but whoever plays and they know that he can kill you pretty bad, a tank will just build HP, a shitload of HP, and Thornmail. So then if you have just straight up crit without max HP damage, you're gonna kill yourself really, really fast. Blood Razor can shred their HP pretty fast, although it kills you. Let's see, built Mercury Trade. Fuck, I forget how to pronounce this. Skimitar. Basically, build this item whenever you want to counter Thornmail. Why? Because it gives you lifesteal, which one thing you need to counter Thornmail, and MR. Because the new Thornmail does magic damage, which is stupid. But then this basically cancels it out. If you have enough MR, this basically does nothing to you. And then because you're doing max HP damage, you'll be able to kill them a lot faster than if you were to use Infinity Edge. And normally I just combo this with this so they build Thornmail right off the bat. Because normally when they die a few times, they just rush Thornmail to counter Master Yi if you're playing Master Yi. That's what I do. I built, and then after that, I built this. It gives me a power spike. I can kill anybody super fast 1v1 them. But don't focus too much on ganking because you're gonna fall behind on ESP. If you fall behind 1 or 2 level, you're kind of gonna be AFK farming for a little bit to try to catch up on ESP. And then you're 2 level behind, you might get one-shotted as a Master Yi because you're too squishy. But then if you get an Infinity Edge, normally if you get an Infinity Edge and a Blood Razor, or what was it called? BF Sword, you're basically really ahead of the game. As soon as you get BF Sword and Blood Razor, you can hit their squishy, basically any ADC, any of their support, their mid laner, and their HP will basically just disappear. You do basically like half their freaking HP. And just with these 2 items alone. If you get this, you can one-shot basically these 2 together, you can one-shot the whole enemy team. After that, why do I get Essence Reaper? Because I'm looking for cooldown, crit, and raw damage. And then this gives you sustain for your mana. 3% of your maximum mana per critical strike. Then after that, I either get Phantom Dancer for 1v1 and split pushing and more pushing power. More attack speed means you can split push a lot faster. Then why do I get Rapid Fire Cannon? Why? You remember how the old Rift used to work where you attacked the freaking tower and did like a bonus magical damage or whatever to the tower? This is basically the same thing with the passive, but it gives you like 35% bonus range and then like 150 maximum range and deal like 50 to 120 magic damage. And to a tower, it helps you kill the tower way faster. And trust me, 100 to 50 extra, it will be like an extra auto attack to the tower, which means you'll be killing towers super fast. And by the time you build all this, you'll be able to burst opponent down. And plus 120 bonus magic damage to opponent will basically burst any squishy on their enemy. And you can build Shiv or Hydra depending on your situation. I normally build Hydra because it does AoE healing. And it gives your basic attack like 20 to 60% more AD damage. And then you can press your active on Hydra and do like 60 to 100% of your freaking damage to them. So basically it's like an extra auto attack, plus it's like your W which resets your auto attack so you can attack again And then after that, you can auto double strike and use your W and reset again and burst the enemy team in like less than a couple seconds. And then your crit E. So with that late game, you can basically 1v5 the whole enemy team as long as you do not get CC. Use your alpha strike to dodge CC, but then if you get hit, you're fucked basically. Like situation like 1v5 against a heavy enemy team that has a lot of CC, you're gonna die. Against a lot of CC, you basically want to build this stupid item. And if they're AP oriented, you will kind of want to build this because AP can burst mastery because you have like literally no MR with the build I'm building, and you want to end the game super fast. You don't want it to go super late game because 90% of the time your team will start feeding, they'll start throwing, and you'll lose. So you want to push for towers as fast as you can. You can build GA because if you're the main carry, you don't want to die. So building GA gives you a good amount of damage, good amount of armor, and if you die, you get 30% of your max HP and MP back, which is kind of good, but then kind of useless too. You're in the middle of a team fight. But 1v1 wise, this item will help you split push super, super, super good. Because if you die 1v1, you can respawn, escape, or finish your fight and kill them. And all you need is one alpha, because if you built this late game, you can basically, let's say you built this, and GA. You were happening to be fighting, you burst like half of them down, there's one enemy left, and they happen to shoot you one time and you die. And then you didn't have GA, you just died. And then enemy respawned before your team because your team got ace. Then they come get first tower, inhib, and then after that they team fight your whole team and your team threw because they were bad. And then with GA there, you could have killed them, rush for the freaking enemy inhib, get freaking the 2 Nexus tower in the game. Or a bad situation, or you could have killed them, or don't chase and defend. Like little things, because most of the time when you're super fed, you're gonna have like 50-second to almost 1 minute freaking death timer. Stupid. Because they punish you for doing well. And if you do really well and die, they give you a long, very long death timer. Hex Drinker is also very, very good to counter AP. Quicksilver is basically a lower version of this. It's pretty good to counter hard CC too, basically. I love this item and this item against AP users. And then for runes, what I noticed, straight up attack speed sucks early game. Helps you clear really, really fast, get ahead, but then it falls off mid game really, really hard. You don't have enough damage for early game to kill him, but you farm really well with a lot of attack speed. But then this meta is not farm. You can't AFK farm to win anymore. I noticed back when they allowed AFK farming, this was my to go. Because AFK farming, you just AFK farm till late game and you win. Basically this. The new meta is ganking, 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 ganking. This is to be balanced. I run 3 attack speed yellows, 6 armor yellows, and then 3 attack damage quints. And then all 9 attack damage marks. Forget what this is called. And I run all attack speed blues. Why? Gives me like 8% attack speed with this build. gives you, because if you build the other build, basically it's like 10.2 AD and like 10 attack speed and like probably 9, or if you build like scaling armor, it'd be like 27, I forgot, or something like that. But then if you did that build, problem that I find with that build, with this build you just lose 2 attack speed, which doesn't really make a big difference. And it still helps you auto attack CS better, and still gives you pretty good amount of attack speed for early game. Because you don't need that much attack speed early game. You need more damage. 15 damage, that 5 extra damage makes a huge difference for your ganking. Because sometimes when you gank and your opponent is like 1 HP away and you just need to tick, like let's say you did like 5 auto attack and you just needed like 10 damage. Well, if you had 5 auto attack right there with 5 extra tiny hit, that's like already 25 damage. Meaning the opponent will be dead. And then why do I run 6 armors and do not just rush more attack speed? Or why do I get like 3 attack speed here and not all armor? Because it balances out my freaking attack speed to 8. Armor, 6 armor helps me live in jungle early game, and it helps my early game ganking. Because normally they'll just have either Q, W, or E. So basically they kill me or E or W or whatever early game. I'll take a small chunk, but then my armor will keep me alive. Like little bit of armor will keep me alive and keep me not being so squishy. Because I ran jungle without armor and you're too squishy and you can't clear the full jungle without losing a lot of HP. So that 6 armor is just like the perfect balance where it's not too much of a waste of stats and it's not like too little. Because you do like 3 armor, it doesn't really help. 6 armor is just a perfect balance. And 9 armor early game will help you clear your jungle without losing much HP, but you don't really need that huge amount of armor, like 3 points difference. It's better to just invest in attack speed for a slightly faster clear. Because you can take these off and lose like 2% of your freaking attack speed, which is 6, which will affect your gameplay because it's slightly slower. And normally I would run, it's my main build that I used to use, or mostly use. I run Fury because 4% attack speed helps me CS better and clear my jungle faster. Fresh Blood helps me deal more damage because look at it. First basic attack against enemy champion deal 10 more damage. And with your AD runes, you hit about 25 more extra damage plus 1 extra damage per level. So you'll get like a total of 28 more extra damage, which makes a big ass difference for a first hit. And why do I run Natural Talent? Because it gives you more AD for early game damage. Like by the time you're ganking, you're already like level 2 or 3 or 4. Which means you gain like about 4 extra damage plus the 10 that it gives you. Let me do it. Yeah, 4 extra damage, which makes a big difference. Why do I run double edges this? Because it gives you 3% more damage, but you'll take like 1.5 additional damage. But you want to do as much damage as soon as possible. This gives you the most damage as soon as possible. This does not really help you. You're not ADC. You're not a support. Bounty Hunter sucks for early game when you're trying to gank your very first opponent. Armor pin is basically for Master Yi. For real battle, why? Because it gives you more AD, you can kill the opponent even faster. This gives you more AD, so you can kill your jungle camp faster. You can run this for ganking, but it's not really useful because out of combat helps you get to where you need to go very fast, but it's not that useful. And normally when you gank, depending on the situation, your ally's not near you. Like if you were to 1v1, you would most likely need assassin. 2 extra damage makes a big difference. You could run Runic Affinity for a longer buff duration for jungle, but like 10 to 15-second extra buff doesn't really help. Rift's not good no more, so I don't really want to run this. I used to run this so I could get like a 5-minute more duration for Rift Hero, which Rift Hero used to be extremely broken. Now it sucks. I don't really like how it becomes a monster and it doesn't give you a 30-minute long buff that's broken. Because I could win the game with that 30-minute long buff. And then you die and you still have that buff. And you could use like Baron backing, which is broken as fuck for like 30 minutes. That was so fun back then. Obviously, 3% more damage to enemy below. Because you're aiming for the most damage early game. And why dangerous game? Because if you kill somebody, you gain 5% HP, which is game changing. Like, let's say you're gonna die from next hit, you kill a point, gain 5% HP, kill another point, gain another 5%. That will help you kill enemies so easily. You can also run a Green Father Gift, which actually is pretty good for jungling. And right now, what I found in this meta that actually works pretty good is this Fury, Fresh Blood, Natural Talent, Double-Edged Sword. This Green Father Gift, 3% more damage. And then Lethal. This is really, really good early game. Being able to ignore a little bit of defense. And then stack it with Thunderlord. Your third basic attack will deal 30% your bonus AD. And you stacked it AD, like 15 AD extra, which will give you like around 80 to 90 AD by the time you gank, so you'll hit them and they'll take an extra 30 damage, which is like basically auto attack. Or let's see. Thinking of brain. 1/3 of auto attack damage, which is actually pretty good. And then you have Ignite and Chilling Smite by the time you're ganking, which helps you deal more damage, which helps you kill the opponent super fast, which is basically what a assassin in this meta should do, is burst the opponent to death super fast. And then what's wrong with this, that it doesn't work no more, is you cannot wait for late game no more. That's why I built this Thunderlord Yi, because I need to burst the opponent early game to death. And Li Yi lacks burst damage, which basically this build makes him have burst damage. Because now I can just, because normally people are stupid and you just walk into a bush, get near them, deal 3% of their max HP damage, which is hella much. Use E, and then you deal true damage, hit them, and then you Q them, then you auto them, and then your Thunderlord procs, and they take shitload of damage. And they're probably low to like almost 1 HP, then surprise, you ignite them, and they die. And then surprise if you gain bottom, you can Chilling Smite their freaking support so it can't run away. Then you have a double kill right there. And trust me, when they try to flash away and you use a Chilling Smite on them and they try to run away and they're slow, you can close the distance by just walking them, auto attack like twice. you have your Q resetted by then, and just auto and they try to flash away or do something stupid or try to run away, you can just Q, finish the Q. Don't Q until they're low. You can also use your Q to escape from tower turns. You're trying to dive and leave the minions alive, the enemy minion alive. So you can use the minion to Q out if you have to. And basically, that's the basic of what Chilling Smite, basically. And you run Ignite. Okay, the next game will be for like it'll be Master Yi, and I'll be playing actual jungle and showing you guys how to apply all these to the next video.